Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Facebook family and friends? Turn that down. And shout out to everyone or anyone, all my YouTubers who may be checking me out and listening in from the YouTube channel, honey. I am broadcasting live from Facebook and YouTube. If you have not started following me over on the YouTube channel, honey, why not? Why not? I need you to go on over to YouTube, hit up my YouTube channel at Money Management Matters. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to the channel, honey. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm going live. And give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like it, that you love it, that you want some more of it, right? So come on through. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and check my volume. Make sure that I am live. Yep, look like I am live on the tube. So that is good. As you come into the podcast, honey, go ahead and say, hey, girl, hey. Let me know you're out there so I can speak back to you and appreciate you for stopping by. And let me go over here to the book, honey. Make sure I am live on the book. I'm going to go ahead and share this video out to my business page, which is Triple M Money Management Matters, where I educate women on how to make more money, save more money, and most importantly, honey, protect the money, right? And we're protecting our money with life insurance. Yes, life insurance. I am a licensed life insurance professional here in the state of Georgia. And I show women, educate women and their families on how to make sure that they have sufficient life insurance to cover every single member of their family. Okay. So listen, the midst of, I am in the midst of summertime, summertime story series. Storytime summer series. Honey, I don't know why I be getting all these tongue twister things and then I can't say them. I crack myself up. Storytime summer series. Honey, I've been going live for the past 16 days. I'm doing 20 days. So I am almost finished with this series. And what I wanted to do with these 20 days of going live is to talk about my financial journey. I was giving you stories of financial mistakes, money mistakes, financial failures, things that I went through during my time of living and from my experiences and from my education and kind of give you the reason why I do what I do, the passion, the ministry, the purpose that I have behind Triple M, and in hopes to help you, in hopes to help someone else so that you would not have to go through the same thing that I went through. And if you are in a financial situation, you're in a financial slump, or you're in a valley right now, or whatever the case may be, that I can hopefully and prayerfully give you some strategies, some tips, some tricks, and the ways to get through it like I got through it. So kind of like a shortcut. You ain't got to go. It ain't gonna take you 10, 20 years to get to where I'm at today. It would maybe only take you 2 or 3, because you're gonna have the skills, the know-how, the knowledge, and the strategies that I know that I can teach you, and you can get through it quicker, if that makes sense. So listen, we are on day 17. This is day 17. And today's story, I wanted to kind of continue on from yesterday's story. So definitely, if you have not been following me, if you're new to me, check out all the videos from the past 16 days over on YouTube. They're all on YouTube, one after the other. So you can just go on over there and binge watch them. Hit that hashtag replay, honey. Let me know you roll through so I can come back and say thank you and catch up on some of the stories. But last night I talked about the death of my father. That was the main subject matter there, is what I went through with dealing with the death of my father and he not having life insurance. So that's one of the major things that that got me to the place of being a life insurance professional, because I was just so distraught, upset, ashamed, unbelievable that I had to deal with this and did not have any money to take care of the situation. So that whole ordeal led me to finally deciding that I have got to get serious about money management, about financial security, about having savings in the bank, get serious about saving money. I had to really think about how could I start saving aggressively, because when I went through the whole situation with my dad, I found out then that a funeral cost at least $10,000. That's on the low end. Now you can get things done cheaper than that, but it just depends on what you want. Because pretty much everything is a la carte. I don't know if you know what a la carte means. Everything is separate. Every little thing that you want done that needs to be done for a funeral and final expenses is separate expenses, separate prices. So it depends on what all you get and what all you combine together as to how much you need. But just to give you a round basic number, it's about 10,000. So I'm had in my mind, now I need $10,000 in a savings account, right? I know a lot of the financial professionals say have 6 months worth of expenses in a savings account. So if your monthly expenses is $5,000, I'm just throwing out a number, $5,000, 5 times 6 is 30. So if I need $30,000 for just living expenses, then I need an additional $10,000 for a funeral, in case someone in my family dies. Because now I was just so upset and shocked about the cost of that. And then I said, well, no, I don't want to have to use my savings account in case somebody else in my family dies. I want to use the life insurance, right? So that's why I started saying, okay, I got to make sure that everybody in my family is properly covered with a life insurance policy. So that was the action that I had to take next. I had to make sure that my family, I had to, at that point, I had 2 children and a husband. So I had to at least make sure my immediate family was covered, right? And then I started thinking about the outskirts of my family, my auntie, my cousin, them, my other sister, my mother, things like that. So I had to get aggressive. One of the things that I found out that keeps us from having life insurance is when you really sit down and look at your bills, look at your monthly living expenses, you looking at rent or mortgage, you looking at utilities, your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your trash bill, your cell phone bills. We got the cell phones now. And if you have gas, then you got your gas bill. If you got a car payment, then you got your car payment bill. And then with the car, you have to have life car insurance. So you got car insurance, and then if you got a mortgage, you have to have mortgage insurance, or what they call the insurance on the house in case it catch on fire, whatever. We got to have that insurance. And so I'm just thinking about all these expenses I got, and then I got to say, well, it's no wonder we don't have life insurance, because by the time we spend all the money on all those necessary things, plus the unnecessary things that we may have in there that we're using our money on, we don't have money for life insurance, right? And because life insurance is not a mandatory thing that we have to have, it's not a law to have it, then we don't get it. Okay. So that's how, when I said, okay, well, God, and this is me and God talking, because God kind of gave me this mission. He gave me this ministry, because after I had the 2 deaths in my family, I started praying again. I was like, Lord, what is going on? Why is this happening to me right here 2 months apart? So that's when God said, well, my people here on earth, me included, are not sufficiently prepared for death. They think, y'all think that I'm not coming back. Okay, that's a whole nother spiritual word right there. But y'all also think y'all not gonna die. Y'all down here on earth living like you're indispensable, and you never know when something's gonna happen, and so therefore you're not prepared. You're not financially prepared. You're not, of course, spiritually prepared. And that's another sermon, but we're not talking about spirituality right now. But we are talking about financially being prepared. So that's what God was telling me. So therefore, I had to take action. I had to get serious. I had to get serious. I had to get serious. And when I say get serious, I mean start looking, start researching, start getting knowledge, start learning, start figuring out how I'm going to be able to afford this life insurance, right? Start cutting back on things that I know I don't need. I had to start sacrificing in some places. I had to stop going out to eat every single weekend. I had to stop buying the most expensive food in the stores. I had to start using coupons, right? So that I could cut back on my grocery bill. We had to start cutting back on our utilities because it's a lot of things that you can do to lower your utility bill. I even went to what they call when your bill is the same thing every month, whatever that's called. It's just a lot of options. I had to start getting serious and aggressively attacking my finances, aggressively managing my money better so that I could get in the position to not only have that 6 months worth of savings, right? Or start saving money, but also have life insurance. So that's what I had to do. And this is something that I educate my clients on, I educate my friends and family and people that follow me on, is how to cut back in places that you can cut back. How to, if you can't cut back, then you have to have more money coming in to your household. That's the make more money part. And once you start making more money, you have to start allocating it better. You have to start managing it better. And then the savings is so very important because you just never know when you have to pull from the savings account, not only for the death of a loved one, but any type of emergency that you may have. Emergencies happen every single day. And the reason why we get into a lot of debt is because we're not ready for the emergencies. When the emergencies come up, we have to go straight to the credit cards because that's where the money at, because we don't have disposable monies. All our money is tied up in just our everyday living, right? And that's not how God wants us to live. That's just like living paycheck to paycheck, living month to month, living robbing Peter to pay Paul. Y'all know the whole sayings. That's not what God wants us to do. So we got to really get serious. This is where you get serious. This is where I got serious. So from that point, I started cutting back on some places where I need to cut back. I went ahead and got my knowledge. I got the knowledge. I got the knowledge because God says my people are perishing from lack of knowledge. So I got my life insurance license, and that's not an easy task because you have to take a test. You have to study a book about that thick of all kind of financial information, all the rules and the regulations of the insurance industry and things like that, and all the different types of life insurances that's out there. So I did that, and it might be cost me $200 at the most because they got to do a background check and you got to pay for your fingerprints and all that type of deal. But it's the knowledge. It's the knowledge that I wanted because I said after going through the ordeal with my father, I didn't want to have to feel that feeling again. I did not want to have to go through that again. So therefore, I wanted to know how not to go through that terrible ordeal again because it's not fun to try to sit there and figure out what to do for your father, what to do for your loved one if you don't have no money. Okay? It takes money. So we have got to start thinking better, have a serious thought about ourselves, about what's going on right now, and also what could go on in the future. Okay. I'm so very passionate about our future, about our financial future, about if we do live, we want to live to 80, 90, 100 years old. But how are we going to be living in our golden years if we don't have no money? If we haven't prepared for our future living. For me, I want to live the same lifestyle I'm living now. I want to live in my 80s. Okay. And it's not going to happen because I'm not going to be working. More than likely, we don't want to work till we're 80, right? We want to live the life of leisure. We want to be traveling. We want to be playing with our grandkids. We want to be sitting on the front porch knowing that our house is paid off and we got a place to stay, right? Whatever your hopes and dreams are, you know, that's what you want to look forward to. And that's what money is going to be able to afford you. So, again, it's time to get serious. So I had to take the time, get the knowledge, get serious, start saving my money, aggressively saving because whew, when I think about what I needed in the bank, when I think about that 10,000, I just said, let me just start with 10. I wanted to get 10,000 in the bank because that number stuck in my head because of the funeral costs, right? So that's what my goal was, to get in just a savings account, and then it just grew from there. But at the other end of that, if you in a position where I don't have any money to save, even just to start, well, that's where we have to go through the whole situation of why. And if it's debt, credit card debt, car loan debt, uh mortgage, rent, whatever that is, that's where we have to start tweaking some things. And we start with the credit, because if you in a whole lot of credit card debt, that's something that can be tackled. Okay. And then we just have to come up with a plan to attack it aggressively. That was the word I kept hearing, aggressive, and that means fast, that means quick, because we don't have a lot of time. We got to get going. We have to, get to a position that we are financially stable, financially secure. That's what we're trying to get to. So sometimes we got to be quick, we got to get serious, and we got to get aggressive. Okay. So that's what I want to share with y'all tonight. Again, I got 3 more days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of stories that I want to share with you all. And after that, I'm going to be going into another short series of videos where I'm going to be explaining in depth what this whole story time, my whole financial plan, financial program that I'm creating for my peeps, for my ladies, right? Because I'm creating a program that you'll be able to invest into or use to help you get on a better financial track. It's strategies to help you get to where you want to help you get out of debt, to help you start saving money, to help you start making money, to help make sure that you have life insurance and other investments as well. Because as I've grown, as I'm learning, and I'm always learning, now I'm starting to get into the stock market, right? Starting to make money from the stock market. It's so exciting because that's one of those things where you don't have to physically do nothing. You just have to be on your computer, know what you're doing, and bam, you got some money coming in. So it's exciting times, and I'm excited to share it with you. So stay connected to me. Tomorrow night, I will be on again around about this time for day number 18 of this 20-day series. And then we'll go on to the next step. So, if you have caught this live, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. And if you catch it on the replay, go ahead and hit that hashtag replay. Let me know you rolled through so I can come back and say thank you and appreciate you for stopping by. So until tomorrow night, you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you on tomorrow. Good night.